This is Wayne Martin with the lot project. We're on July 28th, 2012. It is 4:50. This is inside of the hoop house. These are basically sand sections with sprayers on it. If you look over here, that system right there is actually electrical. That's the relay that we use to turn the sprayers on and off. We use this for sprouting. This is the actual hoop house. Those of you who have seen the different projects, this is what we call the hoop house. It's where we do our sprouting and production. You can see the small trees there that are being grown. Over here is what we call control center. It's a 14 foot long, 8 foot long or wide building. So a little window there. This is the back side of it. This is where I can show you everything from. This building here is where the electronics, the computers, are housed that run the hoop house over here. The control center, last week we put a set of solar panels on in hopes of running the electronics that control the hoop house. Unfortunately, we had an issue with the square wave electric coming off the inverter, so we're going to have to find a different inverter. And this here is the greenhouse. This one here, let me go back to the panels here were actually the ones we used on our trip we bought them from Harbor Freight. They're a total of 45 watts. They're definitely not big, but they should work for a small system. We used them on our way here to do coffee. We had them mounted on the car roof. In fact, right there is the mounting that we had them sitting in on the roof of the car to charge our batteries. This here is the greenhouse. This will be aquaponics when it's completed. A special thank you to the folks who have donated to this. We've had 2 different donations for $100 come in. The $200, the first, let's see if I can get all this. The first $100 we had come in was used to buy the lumber that goes around the edge there and the screws. The second $100 was used. See this 2x6 up here? That's actually a redwood 2x6. It had to be redwood because the treated ones we had unfortunately kept warping. Redwood won't do that, plus it was kiln dried, so it's a much better board. That was expensive. The new screws were expensive, so that was basically the 2 different donations where they ended up going. Trying to think what else we did. This this lumber here on this wall here, the batch of lumber here that goes along there, we actually traded our canoe for. We got our canoe for that. The remains of the lumber out here, and the lumber that was used in the rafters, we bought for, what was it, $20 and a can of beer. Did a little negotiating there. This is actually pretty well clear cedar. It came from a trailer that was taken down. Not the trailer itself, but the add-on, the lean-to. That lumber is about 30 years old. It's in beautiful shape, so it'll work great for this. As you can see, we've started putting the paint on these. That's going to take a while. It's going to take a couple coats probably to get it totally sealed. And for those of you who didn't watch the other video, today we started putting the plastic on. This is actually an experimental window. This one here will have three air pockets. If you look here, there'll be an air pocket here, here, and then down here. We put plastic here, 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 and here, creating the air pockets. The idea is that during the winter, when it drops down to really cold, we won't have to spend so much heating the place. And let's see, the roof will have the same process. We'll put a board right through here, put the 4 layers of plastic, and then on the top we're going to put Tough Flex. It's the new generation of greenhouse covering. Basically, It doesn't deteriorate like the fiberglass does, at least in the same manner. Fiberglass will deteriorate in about 3 or 4 years, and you start getting the resin everywhere, and the glass itself. We didn't want that, so we're going to the new generation. There's our compost. That's doing good. And that's about it. That's the update and the overview of things. We look forward to bringing this online. We're hoping to have the greenhouse itself up and functional by the end of 2012, beginning of 2013. There again, as you can see, there's still a lot of work to be done on this shed. The control center, it needs a couple buckets of paint and some trim. And anyway, this is the overview of the lot project. And this is Wayne Martin, and I'll catch you later.